Picture this. Greek warriors, not in Athens or Sparta, but in the middle of Afghanistan. Statues of Zeus and Apollo standing next to Buddhist temples. Greek kings with names like Demetrius and Euthydemus ruling over lands thousands of miles from home. Sounds like an alternate history novel, right? Nope. This was the Greco-Bactrian Empire, one of history's most bizarre and overlooked kingdoms. And today, we're diving into how a bunch of Greek settlers ended up ruling Central Asia, why they mattered, and how they vanished into history. Our story begins with the OG conqueror himself, Alexander the Great. In 330 BCE, he steamrolled through the Persian Empire, reached India, and was like, yeah, I'll take all of this, thanks. But here's the thing. When Alexander died young, probably poisoned or maybe just too much partying, his empire shattered into a bunch of competing kingdoms. One of those was the Seleucid Empire, which controlled a huge stretch of land from Turkey to India. Within that was Bactria, modern-day Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. But Bactria wasn't just some backwater province. It was loaded. Fertile land, booming trade routes, and rich cities. Greek settlers poured in, built cities, and basically turned it into a mini Greece in the east. Then comes our first plot twist. Around 250 BCE, a guy named Euthydemus, I pulled a classic I don't want to pay taxes anymore, moved and declared Bactria independent from the Seleucids. Boom! Now we have the Greco-Bactrian Kingdom. This wasn't just some random breakaway state. It became the center of Hellenistic culture in the East. Imagine bustling cities with Greek theaters, statues of Zeus next to Persian-style palaces, and coins featuring kings with impressive beards and unpronounceable names. Speaking of kings, let's talk about some of the wildest rulers of this empire. First up, Euthydemus I. This guy defended Bactria from a massive Seleucid invasion and won, proving that the Greco-Bactrians were no joke. Then we have Demetrius I, the overachiever, who decided Bactria wasn't enough and expanded the empire deep into India. Yep, you heard that right. Greek armies riding war elephants and blending Hellenistic and Indian cultures. This was the birth of the Indo-Greek kingdom, but that's a story for another day. But here's where things go south, literally. The Greco-Bactrians were thriving, but their location was a nightmare for defense. Nomadic groups like the Yuezhi and the Scythians started raiding their lands, and by the mid-100s BCE, Bactria was overrun. The Greek presence vanished, but not completely. Their influence lingered in art, architecture, and even Buddhism. Greek-style statues of Buddha? That's because of the Greco-Bactrians. Coins with Greek and local scripts? Greco-Bactrians again. So why does this forgotten empire matter? Well, it proves that history isn't just about Europe or China, it's global. The Greco-Bactrians were the bridge between East and West long before the Silk Road became a thing. And yet, they're barely mentioned in most history books. If you found this story as wild as I did, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what other forgotten civilizations should I cover next?